Yeah. Yeah, and you too, yeah. And thanks for the call. Yeah, bye now. Sir John Stevens, I'm meeting him at his golf club tomorrow.
I didn't know you played golf.
I don't. I'm meeting him for lunch. But I tell you what, I'm going to start playing golf damn fast if we meet people of his clout on the first tee. He's only chairman of the biggest merchant bank around, and if he backs the marine development, I have cracked it.
Yes. Yes, I know.
I am talking about the biggest deal I've ever negotiated, and all you can say is you know? I mean, you could sound a little bit more interested.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Hey, Jan. What's the matter?
I just had lunch with Tom.
Why?
Why?
Yes.
Because he's my husband.
Even so, what are you seeing him for? What we've got going?
Well, there are still things to discuss, Ken. There's Lynn, Leo, whether we should get back together again.
Get back together again? You told me that when you were in Cannes, that when you got back to town,
Ken?
you're going to move out and you're having lunch with him.
I've asked Tom for a divorce.
Well, that's great.
What?
I mean, great that you finally decided. I know it's been preying on your mind.
Yes. Well, it doesn't help matters arguing with you about it either.
Would you just run the boutique, sir, if you come, please? Sorry. My fault. Overreacting.
Look, Ken, I've had enough rows over the past few months to last me a lifetime. I don't want to start with you.
You won't. Look, I know it's been difficult for you, but you're doing the right thing. Believe me.
Good shot.
Thank you, David. It's an excellent game. Well played. Hello, Gerald.
Charles?
How was the meeting with Forsyth?
Well, the draft contract for the marine development will be available next Thursday. The leisure centre documents are through and ready for you to sign.
Hold Ken Masters' copy of the draft contract back for a few days. I want to stall him till we know the outcome of the situation with our friend Shellett.
Right.
How's all that going?
Oh, I'm attending to the matter personally. Everything's under control.
Well, just be sure it stays that way. Has Philippe Jarre been in touch yet?
Yes, he's flying in from Brussels tomorrow.
Good. And what time's our meeting with Wilkins today?
4 o'clock.
Put that back an hour. I want ample time to go over all those documents. Oh, Gerald. Arrange to have some flowers sent to Lynn Howard for me, will you please? Have Samantha contact her. Cancel our dinner engagement this evening and tell her I've been detained on some unexpected business.
And if your meeting with Wilkins goes as arranged, you should be free.
Gerald, do as I ask, please.
Why don't they let us know what's happening?
They will. Just as soon as they know themselves.
But they must know something. She's been in surgery over 2 hours. God, I can't bear to think of her lying in there. We've never been close. Really close. But she's still my daughter, Leo, and I do care.
Yeah, I know you do, Mrs. Urquhart. I'm sure Abby does too.
And why does she reject me?
I don't think she's rejected you as much as, well, just your kind of lifestyle.
Is that what she said?
Not in so many words, but I think I understand how she feels and how you must feel.
How can you possibly understand? If you did, you'd have told me where she was staying and none of this would have happened. Mrs. Urquhart? Mrs. Urquhart? How is she? Abby's out of surgery, Mrs. Urquhart. We're watching for further signs of hemorrhaging, but apart from that, she's fine. Just fine.
And the baby?
It's a boy. Is he all right?
No, I'm afraid she's not. She's at a friend's house. No, she won't be back until 7. Look, can I take a message? Yes, I see. I'll tell her. Thank you for calling. Goodbye. That was Charles Frere's secretary. He's cancelled his dinner engagement with Lynn again.
Oh, dear. What's the excuse this time?
Unexpected business.
He's obviously playing games. I can't understand Lynn. It's not like her to let someone string her along. She should give him a piece of her mind, then dump him. I would.
Yes, well, Lynn's not you, Mother. And she is totally infatuated with him. I try to make her see the sort of person he really is, but she just won't listen. I hope Tom gets through to her.
Well, if she'll listen to anyone, it's Tom. You know how she feels about him?
Yes.
And you, Jan? How do you feel about Tom?
I was wondering when that was coming.
Well, I didn't drop by just to chat about the weather. How did the luncheon go?
I've asked Tom for a divorce, Mother.
Oh, no, darling, you haven't, have you?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, Jan, are you sure that's what you really want?
Yes, I gave it a lot of thought before I made my final decision.
You don't want to rush into something that you may regret later. After all, you and Tom had something very special together.
At one time, perhaps.
For over 20 years. You were very close, Jan. Of course, with all the pressure you've had since Tom bought into the boatyard. May not look like it at times, but I can assure you that
Like
it's
the
true.
nights he spent with Avril Rolfe.
And where were you those nights, may I ask? Out with that chap Ken Masters, I shouldn't know.
Now, that's just not true.
So don't play the innocent with me.
Abby?
Hello, Abby. I wanted to see you, darling. Are you all right? I mean, listen to me, please. I know you feel I've let you down over the years, but all that can change, darling, if you'll allow it. When you come out of here, I want you to come back home. Come back, Abby, and we'll make up for all the wasted years. You, me, and the baby. We'll all be together, and you and I can get to know each other again.
I told you, I don't ever want to see you again.
Abby, you don't mean that.
Get her out of here, Leo, please.
Abby, don't do this to me.
Perhaps it's better if you go, Mrs. Urquhart.
It's you, isn't it? You're the one who's turned her against me.
you! No, now get out of here and don't see me again.
I hold you responsible for this, Leo Howard. And you'll regret it. I promise you. I'm going to make you pay.
Look, Jan, whatever you think you feel about Ken, he is no substitute for Tom.
How can you say that? You've never even met him.
I don't need to. I've heard about him. I know the type. He's a wolf in wolf's clothing. Wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
Oh, Mother, really?
See? Just like Lynn. Won't listen.
I have had more experience of life than my daughter.
And so have I. So listen to me, Jan. Don't let this Ken Masters destroy all your feelings for Tom. Marriage is worth more than that.
Ken isn't destroying anything.
Oh, no? Your family's disintegrating round you and you don't seem to care.
Well, of course I care.
Look at Leo. He's as good as left home. And as for Lynn, you can see for yourself how unhappy and unsettled she is. Just be sure you know what you're doing, Jan. That's all I ask.
There's Ken now.
Fine. I must be going.
Oh, no, please.
Yes, I must.
You're welcome to stay to dinner.
I'm due over at Lydia's. Thank you all the same.
It's such a shame you won't stay, Mother. It'll give you a chance to meet Ken properly. He's not at all like you think he is.
I hope he's not. For your sake.
Come on in.
Hello there. Okay?
Yes, fine.
Good.
Ken, I'd like you to meet my mother. This is Ken Masters.
Well, very good to see you. Jan and I work together?
Yes, I know. I've heard all about you, Mr. Masters.
Well, I hope it was
Goodbye,
flattering.
darling. You won't forget what I've been saying just now, will you?
No, I won't.
Well, what's wrong with her?
Nothing. It's just her manner.